start finding resources, especially if you or someone else is going through a mental health crisis at the moment. Some resources that can really help. The two that I wrote down in my notes here is First Help, and that's at www.1sthelp.org. So www.firsthelp.org. And then, of course, 988, which is the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline. That was something they changed a year or two ago. Instead of trying to remember this long phone number, they just switched it over to 988. So on any phone, you can dial 988 and you can get the National Suicide and the National Suicide and Crisis Helpline. So the other thing that I wanted to share was just something similar to that. It's no shame, no judgment. This card that you're seeing on the screen right now. No shame, no judgment. Stay with us. You got choices. They all want to help. So on there, you can see, if you're actually watching, you can see the 988, which is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. You've got the Firefighter Suicide Hotline, 24/7 law enforcement hotline. You can text BLUE, BLUE, to 741-741, and you can start getting some help that way. You've got Blue Line support. You've got the IAFF, that's the International Association of Firefighters. That's the Recovery Center. You can call that phone number. You've got the National Alliance for Mental Health or Mental Illness and First Responders First, 1-800-950-NAMI, 1-800-950-NAMI. And then, of course, you've got the firsthelp.net, www.firsthelp.net. You've got that one on there as well. So these are just another way of having a resource. So if you're experiencing a mental health crisis, if you're going through a situation or something along those lines, this is another resource for you to be able to reach out to. And even if you're not the individual that's going through it, this is a resource that you can use to try to get that person help, especially if you don't know where to go yourself. Just because you don't know doesn't mean you can't help. At least try, at least put forth that effort. So that's just I wanted to get those resources out there. Big thanks to my buddy Chris for telling me about First Help. Those guys were a big help in getting the resources for this particular episode.